What is up guys, it's XX Modern Warfare here, Gamertag Banjo Chicken, and welcome back to another ApparitionNET video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the Halo 3 tool for ApparitionNET, which is a brand new tool that we've added in R39. I spent a long time working on this tool, and then I handed it over to Krozaki and he spent a long time working on it, so it's quite a big tool. There's a lot to cover. This video is going to be pretty long, but I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, we'll make your own mind up on how good the tool is, but it's a pretty good Halo 3 tool, to say the least. So let's start off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Forge and show you guys all the in-game modifications. But first of all, I want to just go into Matchmaking and show you some of the kind of stuff that you can do with your gamertag and stuff in pre-game lobby. And if I have enough time later, I'll go into an actual online match and show you the mods for it online. So anyway, let's start off. We'll head into a matchmaking game on Halo. So I'll get my controller connected here. I'll go into matchmaking. So at the moment, it's saying the playlist is restricted to Xbox Live Gold members only. And I'm not entirely sure why it says that, because I actually do have a 3-day trial on here. As you can see, I can start a party, but it's, for some reason it doesn't like that. So you know what, we'll just go ahead and activate the gold spoofer for now, and there we go, it's fine now. So we'll go ahead and open the Halo 3 tool now. Now when you open it, it'll say there's an auto map loader. Do you want to enable it? Always say yes. It will detect what map you're on, and it detects that I'm on the main menu / lobby. So unlike other tools where you have to load a map file, which is quite annoying, in this tool it automatically detects the map that you're on, and it will set the mods up to work with the map that you're on. So right, starting off, we'll go into the game options because we're in a pre-game lobby here. We've got a few cool options we've got here. A lot of these features are unique. You won't find these in any other tools. We've got a gamer tag changer, so we can change our gamer tag. Let's change it to Major Nelson, and we'll poke changes. You can see it changes on screen there to Major Nelson. I can change my tag, which is down the bottom of the gamer tag. If I just highlight my gamer tag, you can see it says Spartan-tag. You can change that to anything you want. I think it only allows for 3 letters, so I'll just change it to LOL or something like that. We'll poke changes to LOL. Nameplate is quite a cool little feature. You only get these if you're like a developer or certain things. Like for example, Bungie is developer. If I enable this, you can see a Bungie logo appears next to my name, and you only really get that if you're a Bungie developer. So you maybe develop or help develop the game, then your gamer tag will have the Bungie logo next to it, which is quite cool. There's also Pro, so I'll enable that. You can see I've got a little Pro logo next to there. I'm not entirely sure for that. I've heard it's something to do with being like the best player in the game or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's for being max level or something, I don't know. And then there's Column, which I have absolutely no idea what you get for having that little logo next to your name. Honestly got no idea. Let's just change it back to Bungie developer. There we go. We've got an XUID spoofer. There is a temporary ban. This is quite cool. You activate this and it basically bans you. But basically what happens there, or is it because I've got the Bungie thing? It could be that actually. Yeah, it is. Okay, so if you're a Bungie developer, you can't get banned. That's quite cool. I never knew that. But if I take that off, you can see that it says players have been banned from matchmaking. So basically you can do this in a pre-game lobby and ban yourself, and the game won't be able to start because there's a banned player in the lobby, which is quite cool right there. I didn't actually know that. So that basically means if you're a Bungie developer, if you set the nameplate to Bungie developer, you can't get banned. So that's pretty awesome right there. Just learned that right now. That's pretty cool. Okay, and we've also got a bypass ban hammer, so if you are in-game banned, you can click that as well and it will unban you from the game, which is pretty cool. Okay, so next we've got our XUID spoofer. So this has to be worked in conjunction with the gamertag editor. So if I set this to Major Nelson, spoof XUID. So if I go over to my gamer tag and view gamer card, should be Major Nelson. Yep, there we go. So there's the XUID spoofer working on Halo, which is very cool indeed. I'll just disable that right now. You've also got XP reward. This is for when you're in the game. You need to be host for these though, so you can change your XP reward, so basically like an XP lobby or a Halo version of it, I guess. XP weekend, so I don't know if that's double XP or something like that. Then there's Bungie Day. Bungie Day is basically every player has flaming helmet in the game, but you need to be host for those options to work, I'm pretty sure. So that is basically everything in the game options, and I'm pretty sure almost all of this stuff is unique and isn't in any other tools. Maybe a couple of options are in other tools, but most of the stuff is unique. Alright, so that is basically that. That's our game options. Now I'll go into a Forge match and show you guys the actual in-game modifications. It's just easier in Forge because I can spawn vehicles, and you know, it makes it easier than a public match, just to show you guys what options are available here. Major Nelson is playing Halo. Right, so first of all, we've got the quick mods. Now this is a pretty cool option because I'm sure I'll get people, I know I'll get people in the comments going, oh, alteration or assembly has more options than this tool. You would be correct, but bear in mind, assembly and alteration are complicated to use. They can freeze your console if you edit the wrong values. You normally have to look up a tutorial just to find out how to use or how to activate certain mods. So with this tool, the idea is it's going to be a lot easier, a lot more user friendly. So at the moment you can see my normal jump height, my normal speed, and map barriers as well. I can't get out of the map because there's a soft barrier which pushes you back in when you go too far out. So you can see here, there, right, I've reached the map end and I've just been killed. So I can't get any further out of the map than it will let me go because there's a barrier that just pushes you back in. So you can't get out of the map, which is a bit disappointing. Just pushes you back in, and as you can see, I don't have God mode. I got killed by the Guardians, my jump height, my normal speed, and all that stuff. So we've got quick mods here. Now this is really designed for if you're in a public match, so you can just spawn in and activate a bunch of mods really quickly, which is stuff that you cannot do in alteration or assembly because it takes forever. So we've got God mode humans, turn that on. God mode elites, if you're playing as the elite character, the alien, then you can put God mode on for them as well. Unlimited ammo, we've got climb any surface, remove map barriers, super speed and super jump. Turn those on, you can see that I'm now moving a lot faster. I can climb up walls, or should be able to climb up walls right now. If I just, where do we go? There we go, whoa! Just climbed right up the wall. And yeah, my jump height's increased, I've got unlimited ammo, God mode as well if I let the Guardians try and kill me right now. Those mines. You can see they're hitting me right now, but I'm not dying because I have God mode. And the map barriers are gone, so I can get right out of the map here as well because we enabled the function to remove the map barriers. I can get right out. There's death barriers as well, but because we've got God mode, the death barriers are not able to kill us, and we can get right out of the map here. So that is basically the quick mods. Very handy for online play. When you're in public matches, you can just quickly go in and mod online really quickly. So I'm going to do a comparison right now to how long it takes to activate those mods, these quick mods. How long does it take in alteration or assembly? Just for the skeptics out there who are going to say assembly is better, or people who are going to say alteration is better. This is just an example. If you're going into a public match, it takes a long time to activate all those mods in alteration, and it's not going to take that long with obviously our tool because we've got quick mods where you can just enable them really quickly. So we're going to do a timescale comparison from how long it takes in alteration / assembly and how long it takes in our Halo tool. So we're going to open up alteration here. We're going to open our map file. I'm going to speed alteration up really quickly, and I'm going to time it to see how long it takes to put on unlimited ammo, super jump, super speed, remove map barriers, and God mode for humans, and climb any surface in alteration, and assembly is exactly the same. So we're going to see how long it takes. We're going to have to go into all the different tags, which are really confusing. You've got to find it. If you want to put unlimited ammo on, it's only for the specific weapons. You have to go into the specific weapon and change rounds per shot to 0 or something like that, and then you've got to go and for super speed you've got to find the M tag. And you know, if you're not familiar with alteration or assembly, it's going to take you a lot longer than it's taking me right now, and I'm just doing it as fast as I can in alteration, and even I have to resort to a tutorial to remember where climb any surface is. And I've been using alteration for a long time, so it's easy to forget stuff because there's so many tags, and it just takes a hell of a long time. So if we go ahead and have a look at the results on how long it took with alteration / assembly and alteration takes around about 5 minutes, which is pretty ridiculous, the amount of time it takes. And now we'll have a look at how long it takes in the Halo tool right here. So I'll close the Halo tool off so we get an accurate reading. How quickly can I activate those mods in the Halo tool for ApparitionNET? Click it, yes, on, done. I mean, that was really quick. I mean, look at the comparison. That's how long it took in alteration, and like 5 minutes or something, and this is how long it took with the ApparitionNET Halo 3 tool. So if you're going into a public match, the ApparitionNET tool is far superior because you can quickly activate those mods that you want and start playing straight away, rather than spending half the whole game just try to find the right tags to edit in alteration or assembly. So that is the advantage of this tool with the quick mods. Okay, so next we've got player settings. You can manually change the values in here, so we can say if we want faster speed, so 15, jump height we'll set to 29, airborne acceleration 30, poke changes. So this is if you want to go more extreme with those values. So now I can move even faster forward, even faster backwards. My jump height is exponentially increased all the way up to the frigate. That's how high I can jump. My airborne acceleration, so I can move really quickly in the air and cover large distances, which is pretty damn awesome. So that is the tool right there, and if I go ahead and just turn that off and back on and refresh values, it goes back to the normal ones right there. Then we've got weapon projectiles, so we can select our weapon, we can select a projectile to fire like the rocket launcher, change projectile settings, fire, and I'm firing rocket launcher bullets. You can do that with lots of other things as well, wraith mortar, and I can fire wraith mortar shots, absolutely anything you want really, scorpion cannon, like that. Alright, so that is everything in the player settings. I'm kind of trying to skip over this as quickly as possible because this video is going to go on for a long time. There's a lot of stuff to cover. So yeah, and next we've got the vehicle settings. We've got Warthog, so if I get in a vehicle, so I need to find a Warthog on the map. And we're going to edit the speed settings on how fast this can move. So if we take an accurate test, we'll go over here and we'll drive down this bit here. This is the normal speed of a Warthog. Not the fastest vehicle in the game by a long shot. And now we'll go down the other way and we'll change the speed settings. So we'll change this to 200 and we'll change the horsepower to 20,000. Poke changes, and now you can see that it's going to go a hell of a lot faster as it revs up and just goes flying out of the map because it's going ridiculously fast, almost uncontrollable. But yeah, it goes a lot faster. So you can change all your speed properties. That works off host, by the way, so you can just hop in a vehicle and change the settings in a public match even if you aren't the host, which is pretty cool. So that is that. You've also got stuff like friction and how well it sticks to the ground when you go off a jump. Vehicle weight can be edited as well. All that kind of stuff you can muck around with. You've got Warthog, Goss, and Mongoose as well that you can edit the speed properties and all that kind of stuff from. Then we've got other motion properties, which are other vehicles that don't abide by the same properties as the Warthog, which are vehicles like a chopper and a wraith, which have boost properties instead. So if we hop in a chopper right now, the way this kind of vehicle works is it doesn't have vehicle speed, it has a boost. So if I hold down the left trigger, it boosts for about a second or 2 seconds, and then it recharges, and then it boosts again, and then it recharges and it boosts again. And we can change this. We can select chopper, we can activate infinite boost, and when we do that, when we hold down the left trigger, it boosts, keeps on boosting, it does not stop when you hold down the left trigger. So I'm absolutely flying right now, and I've kind of lost control of it already. Yep, I think I'm flying out of the map. Oh, I gained control again. There we go. I'll boost back into the map. We can also change the strength of the boost as well. So if I change it from 6 to 10, this is probably going to go absolutely flying if I activate the boost now. But let's try it now. We activate the boost. And yeah, it pretty much takes off into the air. So that is that. If I change that back to 6, we've also got auto boost, which you probably won't notice as well. Auto boost is when you just tap the left trigger once and it continuously boosts. I'm not holding down left trigger anymore, but it's still boosting anyway, which is pretty cool. And if I get out of it, you'll see that it moves by itself because it's still boosting even when you're out. It's not going very fast, but normally it does. In fact, if I get out now, there we go, and it's off. Rides off into the sunset by itself. So that is our boost properties. We've got the same properties on our Wraith, because a Wraith shares the same properties. It's got a boost that only lasts a few seconds, and we can just activate auto boost and infinite boost for our Wraith right here, or change the boost properties, and you can see it's continuously boosting now. And we can increase the speed of it and all that good stuff. We've got things like the Scorpion, which has none of the boost properties, but it has got vehicle speed, which can be edited. You've got, in fact, vehicle weight's another one. So if we spawn in our Scorpion, and I get in our Scorpion, and I activate our our vehicle weight here, and I change it to 0, you can see what happens to the Scorpion is it basically starts floating into the air because we've changed the weight property to 0, as if there's no gravity whatsoever, it just floats off. And that is basically our other motion properties. Then we've got weapon properties, so I can select Warthog, select a weapon for it to fire, like the Ghost Gun, change properties, spawn in a Warthog, and now when I get in it, instead of the normal horn, it will actually fire ghost bullets out of the middle of the vehicle right there, which is awesome. It's better actually with vehicles that already have weapons like a ghost, and I can set it to fire something like, yeah, a scorpion cannon. See how this goes. And if I spawn in a ghost now, get in it, I'll get in this ghost, and it's got a scorpion, fires the scorpion cannon. In fact, if I boost forward and then fire it, maybe it won't throw me back as much. Yeah, there we go. So I can fire a scorpion cannon out of my ghost, which is pretty awesome. And that is the vehicle weapon properties in short. Then we've got flying properties. So the way this works is you've got to spawn in a Banshee for this to work. So what you do is you select the vehicle you want, and you select poke changes, and it tells you what to do. It says vehicle flying properties have been successfully changed. Spawn in a Banshee to fly your vehicle. So spawn in a Banshee, or if you're not in Forge, then just wait for a Banshee to respawn on the map that you're on, and it will look like this if you're host, and you can go ahead and fly a Warthog. It's just a little trick. You are flying a Banshee obviously, but it looks like you're flying a Warthog. which is pretty awesome, and you can also do that with the chopper and the ghost as well. And that is basically our vehicle properties. There's more vehicle options, even more stuff. This is why I said this video is going to be long. We've got vehicle turret properties, so I can select a Warthog, select a turret like a Prowler anti-infantry, poke those changes, and I can spawn in a Warthog, and it will have the Prowler turret on the back instead of the normal chain gun turret that's normally on the back of a Warthog. So you can do that with all the other vehicles as well. I could select a Scorpion and give it a Warthog Gauss cannon. So when I spawn in a Scorpion, it has a Warthog Gauss cannon on the back instead. Just like that. And then we've got presets. These are a few of my favorites. I added these ones in just because, yeah, these are the ones I like the most. So instead of having to do that, I can just select Scorphog and spawn in a Warthog, and it's a Scorphog with the Scorpion turret on the back, just like that. I love this one myself because you fire it and the Warthog just goes flying. Right, so there's that one, and there's a few other presets. There's Armadillo, which is just a random name I gave for this one because I thought it kind of looks like an armadillo, I guess, in a weird way, but yep. And then there is our anti-air hog, which is a Warthog with an anti-air cannon on the back, so I can fire that out of the, still got the ghost bullets as well that's firing out of the front too, but it's got our anti-air turret on there, and a wraith which will also and an anti-air wraith as well, not that, a anti-air wraith, so we can spawn that in, we can jump in, and then the turrets will fold out, and we can fire our anti-air turrets from our wraith, and that is our anti-air wraith right there. And those are the presets basically. Next we have got that is, yeah, that's pretty much it. That is all of our mods. We've got aimbot as well, and that is really for online. I mean, it won't work obviously in here because there's no other players. But if I go out and I try and find a public match just real quick, and I'll show you guys that. Alright, here we are guys. I've got into a public match here. We can see how quickly, unlike alteration, we can see how quickly, and assembly, we can see how quickly we can activate mods. So even though I'm not host, I can, well, God mode will not work if I'm not host, but I can activate my super speed, my super jump, and climb any surface, possibly unlimited ammo, and I can enable aimbot as well. And there we go. So aimbot is not actually an aimbot. It's more a, I don't know how to put it. It's not. It's more like an aim assist increase. That's as close as you can get to aimbot, but it's very close to aimbot. It's better than any aimbot that you can get on COD or anything like that. The problem with this map is it locks onto to these sentinel things that are above us. But as you can see, I'm pretty much mowing people down, and I'm terrible at Halo anyway. So even with an aimbot, I'm probably going to die a few times. But this is climb any surface. As you can see, I'm on this, climbing up these walls here. So I can pretty much climb. Can I climb here? Yeah. Climb up the side of these buildings. Don't know where anybody else is. Oh, somebody's coming up on my position. Okay, so that is pretty much the Halo 3 tool. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, comment if you have any questions, and yeah, enjoy the Halo 3 tool. It's a big addition to ApparitionNET, and yeah, hope you enjoy it, and other Halo games are coming soon as well.